From the beginning of time, man has always had a pursuit of the best quality of life possible. That quality of life is not possible without resources. The form of resources we have accumulated has changed over time from cowrie shells, state-controlled money, precious metals, real estate, and stocks and bonds. Over the past 100 years, the world has been dominated by the US dollar and its reserves. But everything that has a beginning also has an end. A new financial revolution is upon us with the emergence of a digital economy. The way we earn, spend, and accumulate resources is fundamentally changing. A new asset has appeared that the wealthy have overlooked. Bitcoin has become the best performing asset of the past decade by far. With only 21 million ever in existence, there are more millionaires and billionaires in the world today than there are Bitcoin. Just by holding 0.25 Bitcoin today will put you in the top 1% asset holders in the world in the next 5 to 10 years. If you had invested $100,000 in Bitcoin in 2013, today it will be worth more than $15 million. Bitcoin billionaire Raoul Pal says, Bitcoin's performance is so dominant and so all-encompassing that it is going to suck in every single asset narrative dry and spit it out. Never before in my career have I seen a trade so dominant that holding any other assets makes almost no sense. This is not an industry you can afford to ignore. If you want to remain in business, then you must adapt. Are you offering services in Bitcoin? Are you accepting payments with digital currencies? Have you adopted blockchain technology? Blockbuster Video at one point was the most dominant video service in the world. They had the opportunity to be part of Netflix, but they ignored the changing technology. Where is Blockbuster today? Where will you be tomorrow? All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to early morning, Saturday morning crypto talk. Bitcoin Brandon from Los Angeles, California. Go ahead and type in the chat box where you are listening in from. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed financial advisor to be giving financial advice. I read the news, give my opinion, share a suggestion, and it is up to you to make an informed, intelligent decision on which direction you want to move into. All right, so I'm in California. It is a gloomy morning this morning as we are changing the seasons. It's difficult to tell which seasons you're in California, but we now can tell. You know, the sun is taking longer to come up. It's a little cooler, but still pretty good. All right, I see Marnita Costa's on the line, Jeremy Chamberlain, Anna Clark from Dominica, Van Hairston. Jeremy Chamberlain is in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. Hilton Head Island. Did you guys get hit hard with the Hurricane Ian out there? See Stephen A. Smith, Atlanta, Georgia. Jeremy Chamberlain, good morning. I hear Stephen A. Smith. You know who I'm thinking about. Sportscaster Sean Robinson. What's going on, Sean? Sean Robinson from Philly. Provis Lofties from Longview, Texas. You're in Longview this morning. All right. Kenny Taylor from Los Angeles. All right. Good morning. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I was looking just at my Facebook page. We're streaming Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. See, we've got Facebook user from Victorville, California. Marty Waller is from Victoria, Texas. Patty Geis, San Diego. See, Nathan from Las Vegas. All right. Good morning, everybody. Now, this is very exciting because we are now doing part 2 of JPMorgan's take on what is happening in the metaverse. I see Freeze 380, LA Fred from LA. You're on YouTube watching. Welcome. Margaretta from Michigan. Is it north was worse than where you are? Gotcha. As he probably says he's on the move. All right. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the crypto charts, and then we'll jump into the article for this morning. We're doing part 2. So let me pull this up and share screen. All right, so let's see what's going on in the crypto markets today. We've got flatline. This is very rare. You see this 0% growth or negative in the last 24 hours, hovering right at 983 billion. Bitcoin dominance is at 38 billion. Ethereum's at 16.3 billion. So according to this, no new money or old money is left. So all trading is all internal. So even though you see these changes, this is all internal trading that's going on, moving in and out of the stable coins. But this flatline, wow, this looks like flatline for the week almost. So we're getting back to where the week started. Bitcoin is up, and since this is Saturday morning, we do, the last time I did an open public crypto talk was a week ago. So we got to look at this from week to week. So 1 week ago, Bitcoin is at 0.1% green. Ethereum's negative 0.3. BNB is down 1.1. Ripple is up 7.9. Cardano's down 2.1. Solana's down 1.2. See, Shiba Inu's down 2.5. Matic is up 5. Tron is up 1.9. Avalanche is down 2.1. Uniswap's up 2.5. OKB is down 2.2. Look at Stellar. Stellar's up 9.8% on the week, 6.5% in the last 24 hours. Quant, Flow. All right, let's look at best performers for the week. Tokenized exchange. I put this one on my watch list. I see it on my notes. Tokenized, because I'm also seeing what new trend in the future is going to be tokenizing of everything. So I don't know if they're just using that name. I put down I need to research them, but I have not done that yet. Maybe I'll do that on Monday morning's crypto talk if they continue to be performing for the inner circle. 42.3% on the week. Evmos is up 24.2. Greetings, Linda Wright, Tammy, Renee, Janelle Appling, Gina Muhammad, Demetrius. All right, Evmos is up. Maker's up 18.1. Elron 16.1. Stellar 9.8. Ethereum name service 8.2. Ripple 7.9. Matic is up 5. Hedera's up 5. XDC Networks up 2.5. Osmosis 2.1. Tron 1.9. All right, worst performers in the last week. Celsius Network. Yeah, we don't want to pay attention to them. Helium is down 12.7. Chili's down 7.9. Nexo's down. IOTA, Lido DAOs, all the DeFis. All the DeFis took a hit. DeFi Chain is down 5.7. ApeCoin's down 4. Algorand, Filecoin, and Pancake Swaps down 3.8. Compound 3.2. All right, so the whole week we've seen it go up and then right back down. Now, I have a prediction to make because I'm looking at resistance. Bitcoin has just been in this zone for a very long time, and it just cannot hit beyond that 25K. It keeps hitting up to maybe 21, 22 and bouncing down. Goes down to the 18,000 range, bounces back up. But if the market, because the Dow went down like more than 600 points yesterday, if this keeps hitting that 21,000 range and keeps bouncing down, I see this going down more, that $15,000 range, before we're ever going to see something pop up. If you want to see when this Bitcoin going to pop up, you start seeing it if it starts to test 25,000. That's just my prediction. I just don't know when. I think we're still in October. September was real slow. I think October is going to be just like September. But the storm is still upon us. And last Saturday night, I did the series, The Storm is Coming, for those of you who are founding members within ILCA. So let's go into real world adoption from one of the most unlikely sources, JPMorgan. Now, why do I say that? Well, who is the CEO of JPMorgan? Jamie Dimon. Is Jamie Dimon a friend of crypto? Or is he friendly about it? Is he a proponent of it? Is he an advocate of it like the Winklevoss twins were? Absolutely not. The complete opposite. But I always say, when you see billionaires talking about something that to them is insignificant, but the fact that they keep talking about it lets you know that something is real about this, that is on their mind. See, when you're an entrepreneur, you understand one thing. Time is money. Time is money. And everything you do that takes time, you're always weighing about, is it worth it? Every conversation you have, how you spend your day, who you let around in your circle that's taking up your time in conversation, the type of conversations you have, even your thought process. Because there's only 24 hours in a day. And when you start to get to a certain level, you quantitate your time and the resources and the value that you're spending doing things. So the fact that crypto is taking up so much space in his mind lets you know there is something about this, no matter whether he's talking positive about it or negative about it. But at the same time he's talking negative about it, he's investing in it, just like Bank of America, just like the banks in Canada, all of them. They're all building infrastructure, and even the governments. Governments aren't too big on crypto, yet 87% of all countries in the world are either researching or already in development of launching their own CBDC. See, one thing that they understand is that the world is moving to a digital economy, and there's going to be a financial revolution with money, and they want to still be the ones in control of it. So instead of just watching it happen, they're going to help facilitate it, but in a way that they are still in control, digitizing the dollar. So JPMorgan comes out with a 17-page report talking about opportunities in the metaverse, how businesses can explore the metaverse and navigate the hype versus reality. So I said this the other day. This is not just an article like say let's talk about what the metaverse is. Let's expose you to the metaverse. Let's ask questions. No. This looks like an instruction manual. Navigate the hype versus reality. They are wanted to lead the way on this. Now, we covered the first 9 pages last Saturday. So if you missed last Saturday, you can easily go on YouTube or on the Facebook groups and watch that replay. And so we left off right here on page 10. And this one is, we're going to go with expanded opportunities across industries and countries. I'm going to say that one more time. Talk about mass adoption. One thing I said in 2017, I realized that blockchain technology is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet today. Every single one. The metaverse is like Bitcoin. Without the blockchain, there's a no-go for it in the way that it needs to be done. There's always been some form of a metaverse before blockchain. We covered that before. But the metaverse is now, they're saying, expanded opportunities across industries, and countries. It is not just business to consumer environments that will benefit. So we have already established that business to consumer environments are going to benefit from the metaverse. Business to consumer. The metaverse will provide, and look at the language here. And I'm sorry, if I take my time on this, because I don't just read to read. I read to understand. I read between the lines. I see the big picture. I look at the adjectives. So that's why it takes me a little bit to get through these things. And then I go off on tangents. But I'm looking at the definitive term here. The metaverse will provide, not can provide, not is projected to provide, not is programmed or planning, or we hope that it will provide. They are confident saying the metaverse will provide a massive opportunity for business to business enterprises. That's a definitive statement given by JPMorgan and Chase. In other words, Jamie Dimon. So I just want you to think, every word that's coming through this, picture it coming out of Jamie Dimon's mouth. He runs his business like an iron fist. If anybody even looks like they're doing something wrong, he'll fire them in a moment. So don't think that anything that's out in the public that they do has not been cleared through him first. All right, you guys with me? Okay, so they know this. The metaverse will provide, I need to have that as a quote, a massive opportunity for business to business enterprises. Take a manufacturer that is buying new parts for its equipment. Presently, the process involves receiving a physical brochure or an emailed PDF with static 2D pictures. In the metaverse, users could test the products in a virtual environment at lower cost. Imagine being able to build a complex digital twin of a factory of industrial space at massive scale and test how robotics systems will interact with the physical environment. One of the great possibilities of the metaverse is that it will massively expand access to the marketplace for consumers from emerging and frontier economies. I need to read that one more time. One of the great possibilities, okay, so now the language changed here. See, in this previous paragraph, it said the metaverse will provide. And this one is talking about now what is a possibility. One of the great possibilities of the metaverse is that it will massively expand access to the marketplace for consumers from emerging and frontier economies. In other words, they're saying there's no barrier of entry for economies and places and regions of the world that were traditionally barred from traditional business and traditional finance, not having access to bank accounts. Now they will, for the first time ever, be able to have access and expand their business and put their product in front of the most people because of the metaverse. You guys seeing this? The internet has already unlocked access to goods and services that were previously out of reach. So they're making a comparison from the 90s when the internet first came on the scene and businesses didn't know what it was. And then eventually they realized, wow, if we want to survive, we better have an internet presence. The same thing they're saying about the metaverse. The internet is already unlocked access to goods and services that were previously out of reach. Now, workers in low-income countries, for example, may be able to get jobs in Western companies without having to immigrate. Educational opportunities will also expand, with VR worlds being a low-cost and effective way to access training. With these developments, there will also have to be clear governance. From a corporate perspective, there are opportunities to massively scale. Instead of having stores in every city, a major retailer might build a global hub in the metaverse that is able to serve millions of customers. Beyond retailers, the metaverse will turbocharge the shift in gaming, sports betting, and gambling from cash to crypto. I read that too fast. Let me do that one more time. From a corporate perspective, there are opportunities to, and look at the adjective being used, massively scale. Instead of having stores in every city, a major retailer might build a global hub in the metaverse that is able to serve millions of customers. So that is a huge concept. Okay, wrap your head around this. When e-commerce came to the scene, and I'm talking 10 years ago or so, when people started having apps on their phone that they no longer needed to go to the mall anymore. They no longer needed to walk into Best Buy, walk into Target or Walmart. You can purchase whatever you want from your mobile device, e-commerce. And we started to see the death of malls, malls as graveyards. And because people don't need that anymore, they can just do it on their phone. So then businesses were questioning, why should I have a storefront in a mall? Why should I be paying the overhead for the land and the rent and all that space? Now with the metaverse, they're saying we build one central hub. And instead of us going to the people, like building in neighborhoods, we'll build one hub so the people will come to us. One store instead of 500 of them. And now we can service not just the people in that neighborhood, not just the people who can drive to the store, but we can service everywhere around the planet. All we have to do is build the distribution to get the product to them in a fast way. That's what Amazon's leading the way. I can purchase something on Amazon if I do it in the morning and have it delivered to me that afternoon, because there's different Amazon centers in the area. This is huge. I hope you guys are getting this. Now, workers in low-income countries, for example, may be able to get jobs in Western companies without having to immigrate. And what do I mean by that? Well, again, even if they have a metaverse hub, you still need to have the distribution areas. So instead of you seeing stores that you walk into, it'll be warehouses type stores and offer job opportunities like that. It's going to kill one industry, but it's going to give birth to another. Let's see here. Educational, I like that word. Educational opportunities will also expand, with VR worlds being a low-cost and effective way to access training. With these developments, there will also have to be clear governance. From a corporate perspective, there are opportunities to massively scale. Instead of having stores in every city, a major retailer might build a global hub in the metaverse that is able to serve millions of customers. Beyond retailers, the metaverse will turbocharge the shift in gaming, sports betting, and gambling from cash to crypto. Companies such as Sightline Payments that have built infrastructure to support cashless digital gaming for live sports. You seeing this? My mind is exploding right here. Think about this. Beyond retailers, the metaverse will turbocharge the shift in gaming, sports betting, and gambling from cash to crypto. Companies such as Sightline Payments that have built infrastructure to support cashless digital gaming for live sports and casinos are ideally placed to capitalize on the opportunity as these industries rapidly transition to offering experiences to gamers in the metaverse. Then I'm looking at this image. What? JPMorgan team explores Metajuku in Decentraland. One of the great possibilities of the metaverse is that it will massively expand access of the marketplace for consumers from emerging and frontier economies. Look at this. The JPMorgan team, they are all over this. The metaverse. They're playing around in Decentraland. All right, navigating hype versus reality. Despite much excitement about the possibilities of the metaverse, in order to enable its full potential for engagement, community building, self-expression, and commerce, key areas need to be further developed and matured. We see these as new opportunities for teams, projects, DAOs, businesses, technology providers, and financial institutions to flourish and collaborate together in vibrant ecosystems that address the following areas: technology, commercial infrastructure, privacy and identity, workforce of the future, regulation, tax, accounting, and social infrastructure. Just these titles here, you see how this is integrating every industry: technology, commercial infrastructure, privacy. This is the big one here: the workforce of the future, whether you like it or not. Technology. From a technological perspective, some key imperatives for the growth of the metaverse are improved performance in avatar movement and environment rendering, reduction of environment sharding, so all participants can interact with each other live in the same location. Wait. Reduction of environment sharding, so all participants can interact with each other live in the same location. More capacity to support complexity in design and interactions, reduction of local hardware requirements for complex interactions with 3D rendering, expanded accessibility across devices, including mobile, development of interoperability. That's a good question, Marty. That's why I paused on that. I'm thinking it might have to do with, I'm not going to speculate on that. I'm going to have to look that up. Whether how much memory can take place so many people can be in one spot at the same time. I don't know. Anybody know that definition, what they mean by sharding? Go ahead, type it in so we can learn something new. Development of interoperability or cross virtual world interactions and ways to manage engagement and digital assets across these platforms. Think of it like being able to seamlessly change channels on the television. Really? So again, look at what the big deal there is: cross virtual world interactions. So we talked about this last week. If you have a social presence, like social media presence on Facebook, and you've got 5,000 friends there, and then you create a Twitter account, you start off with 0. What if you still have those same 5,000 friends, or all the pictures and all of your content, you're able to seamlessly move from one platform to another? Let's see, Travis. Sharding splits a blockchain company's entire network into smaller partitions known as shards. Each shard is comprised of its own data, making it distinctive. Okay, so I see what they're saying. So they're saying without using sharding, so it's not separate, that everybody can still participate, even if it's in different areas. Cross-chain interoperability, like what it says here. Cross virtual world interactions. Seamlessly. Definition of standards for digital assets. Wearables. So okay, let's say, for example, you buy a Samsung TV, but Samsung only allows Samsung channels. And you buy a Sony TV, but Sony only allows Sony channels. So if you wanted to watch Sony channels, then you'd have to get a Sony TV. You can't do it if you have a Samsung TV. But what if you are able to watch all of them on the same? Now, we've got TVs now that have multiple streaming devices, streaming services, so we can easily switch from one to another. So I guess same concept here. What if you're in Decentraland and you want to hop on over to the Voxels or Sandbox and keep the same avatar type information? Okay, I think we're a ways away from that, but definition of standards for digital assets, wearables, objects, brands, and virtual cryptocurrencies, so they can be transferable across various virtual worlds with potentially different manifestations in each world. For example, the same NFT manifests as a special edition t-shirt in a virtual world, but is a uniquely designed vehicle in a race car video game. Advanced discovery mechanisms, such as the ability to find friends or recommendations on things to do, places to visit, and customize virtual goods to shop. Expanded data analytics and reporting for virtual spaces. These will be specifically designated for commercial and marketing usage and will track business key performance indicators. This already exists in some of the worlds, such as crypto voxels. That's where we've got the G-Meta universe, or well, G-Meta is coming up with their own metaverse, but the G-Meta Arena, the office space. Commercial infrastructure. Some key elements to support commerce and the meta economy will still need to be determined and scaled, including Web 3.0 virtual world integrations with legacy traditional finance payment rails. For example, credit cards, pay by bank, debit, automated clearing house wires. So they're saying that we got to be able to, if you're in the metaverse, connect to every way people are using to pay for things right now. If you're going to the grocery store or the mall. Web 2.0 virtual world integrations with crypto payments and NFT digital assets marketplace commerce. So, for example, World of Warcraft, Matrix Online, Farmville, Second Life, those are all Web 2.0 virtual worlds. Web 3.0 virtual worlds is like Decentraland, Voxels, Sandbox, Ready Player One, that kind of stuff. Single wallet user experience exclusive of Web 2.0 traditional finance payment rails, virtual currencies, and virtual assets. Web 3.0 crypto, NFTs, and digital assets. Digital identity verifiable credentials, know your customer, anti-money laundering compliance keys and reputation points, multiple aliases to preserve privacy and enable digital freedom, evolution of virtual cryptocurrencies and digital asset-backed financing and mortgages through using lending models, or leveraging decentralized finance, NFT collateral-backed virtual world mortgages. Virtual world mortgages. Did you catch that? Can you imagine? People are already dealing with mortgages in real life. Like whenever I'm in front of a room and I'm doing a live event and I'm talking about wealth and I say that, do you realize that your house is a liability and not an asset? And people are like, huh? What? Huh? Well, yeah, it can appreciate in value, but the problem is most people don't own the home they live in. What do you mean by that? Say, how many of you are live in a house? Raise your hand. How many of you own the home? Keep your hand up. How many of you the mortgage is paid off? That you actually own the home. You're only paying on property taxes. Keep your hand raised. It's not that many. Everybody is still paying mortgage. Can you imagine the virtual world? People are paying mortgages on virtual property. Creation of cross-border and cross-metaverse foreign exchange liquidity solutions. Improved user experience for mainstream adoptions of non-crypto Web 3.0 natives. Expansion of solutions and services to support the DAO community-based projects, business ventures, and investments. Then it goes to privacy. YAT, what is this? YAT, identity in the metaverse. YAT enables expression of your identity with emojis. Okay. Privacy and identity. User identification and privacy safeguards will be crucial for both interacting and transacting in the metaverse. preservation of one's ability to have multiple avatars, identities, with the addition of private KYC, AML compliant commerce and payments, verifiable credentials that can be easily structured to enable easier identification of fellow community team members or to enable configurable access to varying virtual world locations and experiences, prevention against cyberbullying or online harassment, assault across virtual worlds. Really? So cyberbullying and assaults, harassment and assaults. Expansion of NFT token gated spaces to include the creation of private interactions, discussion, and messaging. And the thing about the blockchain is you own all of that content. Unlike on Facebook and the others, they own the content you're giving them. Ooh, look at this one. The workforce of the future. What will the workforce in the metaverse look like? Some key areas to consider include training new designers and developers with specialization in 3D modeling of avatars, wearables, objects, architecture, and interiors, leveraging virtual world specific software development kits, evolution of content creators and storytellers that can span across virtual worlds, virtual goods, NFTs, token gates, varying manifestations of NFTs across platforms, commerce, and communities. Redeployment of event producers that specialize in metaverse experiences, concerts, parties, art showings, community meetings, sports events, sightseeing, and travel. Can you imagine this? Imagine the next presidential election and presidential rallies or inauguration day. You know, how many people in America have actually visited Washington, D.C.? You know, I live in California. Most Californians ain't never been past Vegas, let alone the 15 freeway. Never been east of it. But what if on inauguration day, you put on some headsets, some goggles, and you're right there on the Washington Mall. And now it's not a live audience right now. See, we watch it on TV. But what if you can actually go in the virtual world and be there and see it and walk around? What about sports? What if you can actually be on the floor, basketball floor, football? What if you could see things through the quarterback's helmet when he hikes the ball and he's looking to the right and he's looking to the left and he throws it and you're getting the that event's happening live, but you're flying with the football and you have the ability to switch camera views and angles and all that. I mean, the the possibilities, limitless. All right, let me not get into nerd zone. Let's see here. Creation of community managers focused on creating robust online and offline relationship building and interactions to strengthen platform engagement and stickiness. Okay. What I didn't see here, though, the workforce of the future, it didn't really see too much about people's, day-to-day 9-to-5 jobs. I don't see that here. They don't talk about it. All right, regulation, tax, accounting, and social infrastructure. When it comes to the regulatory framework that will govern the metaverse, there are many open questions that need to be addressed, including paved paths on regulatory, tax, and accounting treatment of Web 3.0 digital real estate property and virtual world commercial transactions, adept navigation of regulatory, tax, and accounting treatment of primarily Web 2.0 virtual worlds and Web 3.0 digital assets, solutions and services to support virtual worlds that are globally accessible, but may be required to adhere to local jurisdictional requirements and rules in commerce and payments, Evolution of community governance. Who sets rules in the virtual worlds? Who governs it? That's a good question there. See, the one thing that I love about all of this is the freedom. However, that means other people have also freedom to do and say things that you may not agree with, that you may not think is moral. What then? See, Twitter is a private company. Private businesses can reserve right of service as long as it's not along racial or discriminatory lines. However, if you have something that's not controlled by anybody, then what do you do when as much positive that can be done, you've got the sickos out there that try to create their own fetishes, whatever that may be, using the same technology. Whether it's hate, sexual perversion, criminal activity, you got to take that into account. How are you going to handle that one? Adept navigation of regulatory tax and accounting, of course. Yeah, they want to get their taxes. Solutions and services to support virtual worlds that are globally accessible, but may be required to adhere to local jurisdictional requirements and rules in commerce and payments. Evolution of community governance. Who sets the rules in virtual worlds and who governs? Oh, this is interesting. So, what's your metaverse strategy? In the metaverse, some of the existing services and business models we are familiar with will continue to exist. Okay, so you see that? Now, interesting, they said some of the, not all of the. So some of the existing services and business models we are familiar with will continue to exist. But the metaverse opens a whole new realm of ways to engage, which we expect will lead to uniquely new services and business models that we don't even think about yet. Not everything in the metaverse will be relevant for every business. However, there is little downside to taking the opportunity to explore. First up, learn. Isn't that interesting? What is my rule number one in education or in crypto? Education is key. Education is everything. Learn. There are many different interpretations of the metaverse and various angles to learn about beyond the content here. Assess. While the metaverse will scale across many industry verticals, evaluate if there are relevant opportunities for your business. This is following the same format I do, but unfortunately, most people in crypto, they skip learn and go straight to assess. They're looking for opportunities. I want to make some money. You got to learn first. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to put money in. I don't want to learn. Create. Gain experience through internal development. Take the opportunity to explore creative consumer engagement through new channels, services, experiences, digital goods and assets. Start small and move fast. Test and learn. Start small. Education, that's starting small. And then move fast, applying that education. Connect. Start building a network of metaverse ecosystem participants. Okay, I'm going to create a metaverse course. The world is still small, so high quality collaborations and partnerships are still available at a reasonable level of investment. Connect with a new generation and tap into alternative talent pools. Well, that's happened. I just connected with another group out of Chicago that is creating a metaverse environment that's launching next year. Doesn't launch until, I think, end of summer next year, 2023. I just
Made that connection. Establish. Get your business out there and position yourself to capture the hearts and minds of tech-forward sub-communities. That's what I'm doing with ILCA. Let me get my business out there. Let's put it in the metaverse like what G-Meta did. Let's see. Look at this. Euler Beats 13. Art, music. See, this is voxels. I could tell this is a voxels world. And last week we did run. Did we run through? Yeah, we ran through the metaverse. I might show it off again today. Some key questions to consider include: how would your business model and or overall organization be impacted if there was more time spent interacting, transacting, and socializing in virtual worlds? Would there be any impact at all? For me, because I have a business, the answer is yes. If your business and brand were in the metaverse, what value could you create for the community? Would you be a participant or a service provider? Both. What are the authentic experiences and services of my organization that make sense in a virtual ecosystem? If you are a consumer-facing brand, is there an opportunity to create new marketing channels through experiences, digital goods, sponsorships, and a branded real estate presence? Branded real estate presence. Do you have the in-house talent to help you navigate the metaverse? Is there a video game and or crypto enthusiast on the team that you can spotlight and position to help educate the broader organization? Interesting. So they're saying, hey, old heads, get your kids that's running around playing Fortnite all day. Bring them in. They're playing Minecraft and Roblox. Let them tell you how this stuff works. If you want to have a presence or create an experience in the metaverse, do you have the in-house skill set to do it yourself? Business in the real world remains a priority. If your business is limited in time and economic resources, what is the magnitude of value accrued from being perceived as a first mover in an emerging sector? How important is it to your business to target a younger generation audience and tech-forward sub-communities? Do your competitors have a presence in the metaverse? That right there. Because if they don't, they will. That part right there. Do your competitors have a presence in the metaverse? That's the question they asked in the 90s. Do your competitors have a presence in the internet? Our approach to the, okay, now look at this. Our approach. So this is JPMorgan's approach to the metaverse. Here is the Onyx by JPMorgan Lounge in Decentraland. The success of building and scaling in the metaverse is dependent on having a robust and flexible financial ecosystem that will allow users to seamlessly connect between the physical and virtual worlds. Our approach to payments and financial infrastructure will allow that interoperability to grow. We believe the existing virtual gaming landscape, each virtual world with its own population, GDP, gross domestic product, in-game currency, and digital assets, has elements that parallel the existing global economy. This is where our okay, Marnita asked this question maybe 2 years ago when she was really learning about the crypto space and will it overtake the dollar? And I have been saying the real world financial system can coexist with crypto. It's not one or the other, that they can coexist. Now look at what they just said here. This is the bank saying this. Says, we believe the existing virtual landscape has elements that parallel the existing global economy. This is where our long-standing core competencies in cross-border payments, foreign exchange, financial assets creation, trading, and safekeeping, in addition to our at-scale consumer foothold, can play a major role in the metaverse. We are building, and remember this is Jamie Dimon's company. We are building and scaling new emerging technologies to modernize infrastructure and business models, including, but not limited to, tokenization and digital identity. As we strive for perpetual innovation and better ways to organize financial transactions and payments in the decentralized web. Who is Chase's competition? Well, other big banks like US Bank, Bank of America. You don't think they're making moves on this too? In enabling the gaming ecosystem, we focus on 3 verticals: industrializing game platform providers with bank-grade products and digital assets platform access, offering enterprise-grade digital assets infrastructure alongside more than half a decade of expertise, and Web 3.0 blockchain. Wait, whoa, hold up. I hope you caught that. Remember, they're focusing on 3 verticals: industrializing game platform providers with bank-grade products and digital asset platform access. Then they say they are offering enterprise-grade digital assets infrastructure alongside more than half a decade of experience in Web 3.0, blockchain, and crypto. They just told you they've been doing this for 6 years. What happened 6 years ago? That was before Jamie Dimon started running his mouth against crypto, really, because he really didn't start that until 2017. This has been in the works. The billionaires, they know this. I would even venture to say Jamie Dimon knows more about blockchain technology and crypto than I do. Bill Gates could possibly even be Satoshi Nakamoto. Same with Elon Musk. They have the resources and the skill set. I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying that they could. But as much as the banks and everybody's running their mouths against this, when I said like the digital dollar, it's not a thought. It's not we're still researching it. It's already a done deal. It's just when they decide to pull the trigger. So JPMorgan's been on this longer than I've been in crypto. Look at what they said here: Web 3.0, blockchain, but then look at the word they used here. They didn't use digital. They said crypto. Supporting onboarding through specialized products focused on account validation, sanction screening, transaction status, and fraud prevention. Providing robust security and required certifications. Enabling game and content creators to move to more easily commercialize their creations. So leveraging our enterprise grade and secure Ethereum virtual machine-based zero gas fees blockchain platform. They just built their blockchain platform based on Ethereum. Cost and risk involved with building bespoke infrastructure and determining which blockchain protocol to build on in a time of rapid innovation and uncertainty. Reducing friction and increasing content creator enrollment through simple registration, onboarding, and KYC. Offering a full suite of payout services, including flexible and configurable virtual wallets that support multiple payout methods, account structures, micro loans, and account validation. And then scaling the metaverse industry worldwide across multiple currencies and payment methods. See, I'm surprised with this because they're not pushing their currency. They have their own CBDC. It's not available to the public, but they've been testing this for a couple of years. Creating custom solutions with assets such as embedded and interoperable stored value virtual wallets, flexible single pay or multiple pay options, fast and secure checkout, and the ability to support more than 120 currencies. Man, oh man. The bottom line, the components of the metaverse continue to evolve very quickly. It is difficult to base a business strategy on such a dynamic space characterized by explosive growth and the continuous innovation of new entrants. However, the costs and risks of engaging early and consistently in order to build internal intellectual property, develop hypotheses about future business models, and identify ecosystem partners and collaborators are relatively low. The asymmetrical risk of being left behind is worth the incremental investment needed to get started and to explore this new digital landscape for yourself. Explore the Onyx by JPMorgan Lounge in Decentraland. Visit jpmorgan.com. Yeah, I don't have an account in Decentraland, but I'm going to need to. I want to take a look at this. If I just click on it, let's see what's going on. I hope you guys play using your wallet. Not yet. I don't want to go through that process. Let me continue as a guest. I'm just looking. Oh, I got to download the whole client. Page unresponsive. I got so much going on. All right. I want to look at this. And when I get everything set up, the next time, okay, here we go. Let's see. Yeah. What the what? Okay, hold up. Just let me play in the browser. Then I'm going to pull up the GMeta ILCA office so you guys can see. Okay. Continue as a guest. This is my very first time playing in Decentraland. I don't have it set up with them. Well, I hear some noise. What's going on? Yeah, you're right. You're right, Provis. Oh, here we go. Is using a dedicated grab sign. This might lead to performance issues. All right. I'm not a woman. I'm a man. Give me my skin color. Okay, I'm not doing all this right now, but I do know where to go. Let me exit this. What I will do is show the GMeta world, and then once I do create my account with Decentraland, I'll come back and we'll do something special by looking at JPMorgan's spot. Let's see, bookmarks. All right, let's go into voxels. All right, so here from voxels, let this load up. Show you my room, 105. Crypto Voyagers, that is Lanu. She should have just got back from Dubai. By the way, the next 5-day challenge is coming up October 24th. We got the original Spider-Man. I might have another special guest this month. It's going to be like, you see how I have Byron Nelson? He's my Morehouse brother. But I might have another Morehouse brother on here as well. And I'm having a conversation with him today. Invite him. All right. Here is the news. Crypto Voyagers. Now, I got so much going on my systems waiting for the details to load up. Look at that floor with the water, the Bitcoin, the canoe, Bitcoin in the canoe, Polynesian style. And my little office area is still loading, but I got the corner spot. This is like the metaverse. There's my avatar, Bitcoin Brandon. What in the world is that? Valentine's Day, love. I always saw that. Never went and explored it. Huh. Now I've got so much happening on my computer right now. That's why it's taking a while for this thing to load up. But just giving you an example, the metaverse. Every single one of you, whether you like it or not, will be involved and engaged with the metaverse one way or another. Every single one of you. Thank you, Martita. You guys can click on that link and it will take you straight into the metaverse right here in our space. You see our ILCA community? This is in the G Meta 1 Heights. And right now we're doing crypto talk. Well, all right. Well, while I'm still standing in my office, I'll tell you guys what's happening next. So that's it for crypto talk for today. I hope you learned something new. I think that article is absolutely powerful from JPMorgan. Give you an idea of what's happening in the future. And do you think they're the only ones? Oh, somebody anonymous just popped in. Do you think that they are the only ones focusing on this? No, their competition as well. I see more people popping on in here. You know, I got to have a day where we just going to hang out in front of the ILCA office and do a crypto talk. How about that? Or I'll get with Miguel and we'll do a crypto talk in the G Meta 1 arena on the big screen live in front of everybody. Digital products. Look at that. I see more people popping in here. All right, so here's what's happening next. Tonight, there are two things taking place in the ILCA universe. One is I will be doing, Sylvia said, if you refresh, it may be showing faster. Should I refresh it? Because it is starting to populate. I'm afraid if I'll leave it alone right there because it's populating. All right. Here's what's going to happen tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I will be doing a short ILCA presentation. Sylvia, it works for you? All right, I'll hit the refresh, see what happens. So I will be doing a special ILCA presentation on Zoom and on Facebook Live. So the Zoom, I don't have that Zoom link. Yes, I can get it. While that's loading up. Oh, even if I do, I'm not going to be able to post it for you guys because you guys are all over the place here. I'll post it on my Facebook wall. But anyways, it'll be on Facebook and a Zoom link Connection to nearby players lost. Reload page. Okay. So 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. I'm doing an ILCA presentation to showing off our marketing system so that you can get the ILCA marketing system, how to use it, how to make money with the ILCA. That's what everybody wants. Everybody needs crypto education, but everybody wants to make money. Let me show you how to make some money. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, our marketing team is doing a special marketing training tonight about a book launch with, who is that? Former Miss USA? Hold on, let me see that. Who that is. Okay. It's a book launch funnel. Former Miss America finalist, pro sports attorney, and competitor on The Apprentice. She left the high-powered law firm to become an entrepreneur and turn her passion into a multi-million-dollar enterprise. Wow. So that's going to be tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. And Marnita, if you could post that link as well for that one, it's in the Telegram group. So you got two things happening at 4 p.m. and at 5 p.m. tonight. For my time, that's 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. tonight. Oh, and my WWE pay-per-view is also tonight too. Crown Jewels, Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns. All right, so this is my office. You see it loaded up here. Hey Sylvie, I gotta ask, are some of these clickable so people can click on it and it takes them straight to register for my 5-day challenge? If not, let me know how we can set that up. I'll send you over the link that they can make it clickable. They can do that just to register. But anyways, that's it for Crypto Talk for today. I hope you guys learned something new. As always, that is a point. I'll see you all tonight. We got two things happening tonight. I'm not doing anything tomorrow because you see that? That's my mom right there. If my mother gets crypto, so can you. It's her birthday tomorrow. So we'll be celebrating her birthday. So I won't be doing anything tomorrow. But I'll be back for early morning crypto talk for the inner circle on Monday morning. There's at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific for those of you in the inner circle. So with that, take care, everybody. Oh, yeah, Celia, yes, all the pictures have links. That's what I'm talking about. All the pictures have links. Yes, Gmeta 1 Heights address. All right, everybody. Wait. Let me see here. Yeah, there you go. ILCAchallenge.com. ILCAchallenge.com. I love it. Oh, yeah. Back to school. Becoming a founders. Oh, yeah. Get the courses. Sylvia, you did a hell of a job. Very, very, very good. I'm very impressed. And just think, just a couple of months ago, Sylvie knew nothing about the metaverse. And she taught herself how to do all the designs, like the ILCA shirt that I'm wearing. Even though I messed up, I still got to get the angle right and it's not so boxy on me. But she figured it out, made it happen. Did you guys see this? Let me show off the roof. All right, let's fly. See what we got going on. Gmeta roof on the building. Apartments for rent. We got the DJ, the dance floor, the host little parties up here. Pool. Yeah, I mean, your imagination is the only limit when it comes to this with the whole metaverse stuff. All right, everybody, that is it for Saturday. I will see you all in the next this evening, and let's keep it moving. 5-day challenge coming up October 24th. I want to make it the biggest 5-day challenge we've ever had. Now that I think about that, I'm gonna get with Sylvia and Miguel as well and see what we can do to pump that up in the G Meta arena at the same time for 1 hour. Everybody gets to see it. All right. Well, we're going to have a big event. This is going to be a big month for us. We're also going to be in Atlanta, Georgia at the end of the month for the Marketers Summit. That's only going to be for 1 week long. So we're looking forward to that. Exciting times. All right, everybody. Let me stop the close out. I got to play around with Decentraland so I could go see JPMorgan spot. All right, everybody. Thank you all for being here. And we will see you on the next broadcast. Wow, I got 7 people that have angry faces. Oh, no, that's only Brenda Green. All right, everybody. I will see you all later. Have a great weekend. Bitcoin Brandon out. Bye-bye.